Today on the channel, Adventurous Ones, we're closing in on the end of the Cobra Takeover. Because I signaled G.I. Joe. They're on the way. Nope, nothing. I was just saying how you're going to kick the crap out of G.I. Joe, you know, one of these days. Anyways, on this episode, we're checking out the ninja equivalent of Cobra, known as the Night Creepers. Welcome to the toy review. It's time we get started. Welcome back, Adventurous Ones, for another unboxing and review. I'm your host, as always, the master of all multiverses, and the reason why they're turned into total shitfest. I'm not sorry for it, but you're welcome. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, at your services. And today, we have the ninja equivalent of Cobra, and it is the Night Creepers. Now, these guys are actually a group of mercenaries, or a group of mercenary ninja that Cobra hires to become their muscle, so to speak. However, when it came to the blue ninjas and so on and so forth, they got their asses whooped. Night Creepers were no match for those guys, and it's also how Cobra Commander's son Billy ended up getting killed. So, let's check these guys out and see what it's all about. First things first, the artwork is no longer on the front. It's now just on the side of the box. The equivalent, the barcode that you always have to scan the QR code, if you will. Okay, that's all now on this side, but less in the bigger side. And the back of the box only shows you the figure itself with the different head design and hand sculpt. So let's get this guy out of the box and show you what he's all about. First things first. Oh, and he's also number 121 in the line of classified series. And as you can see, the cardboard equivalent that we always keep in the box has come out of the box. And we're going to puncture that back in there, just like so. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. And here is the Night Creeper. Look at this ninja. He's got a different head sculpt to put on and stuff. He's got a bowcaster, a crossbow, if you will. He's also got different swords. He's got a freaking backpack. He's got different hands to use. One that looks like a chopping hand. So if you want to do a little hi-ya kind of deal. And the other one is some kind of hand for, I guess it holds a throwing star. Anyways, let's get this guy out of here and show you all the goodies that comes with him. First things first, pop that head. Because the heads always seem to be a problem to get out. Second, pop that crossbow. Now look at that thing. Ooh, lots of arrows on that sucker. Next is swords. Of course, there's always one. There's always one. There we go. Of course. Then the backpack. Push from one end to the other. There's the backpack. And you can see the extra arrows he has with him on the back of him. He even comes with an arrow. That's interesting. Okay, let's see if we can get that sucker out of here. Yeah, just pull it from here. He even comes with an arrow to use. How do you like that? I guess that attaches to the crossbow somehow. Yeah, it looks like there's a spot on the crossbow you can attach the arrow. Alright. Let's get these hands out now. Here's the chopping hand I was telling you about. Focus there. Look at that. Got a little chopping hand. Oh, yo! Then he's got this hand, which has a throwing star in it. That's what that is. Okay. So you could do like he's doing a chopping thing, and he's got the throwing star. Yes! And go from there. And then he comes with these two kunai. Which I gotta get out of there. Kunai or daggers, they look like. Tape. There's always tape. I don't know, maybe there's not. I don't know. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's tape. Tape. Gotta love the tape. Oh, no, these are kunai daggers. Look at that. Ooh, interesting. This guy's coming fully loaded with crazy nonsense. Everything that the ninja... Oh, God. Grab that. Everything that the ninja mercenary needs. And then some. Now, when I was a kid, and they were out in the vintage toy line for G.I. Joe, when they were doing introducing Ninja Force and all them, when I was a kid, I had like 4 or 5 of these guys, and when they made the Night Creeper leader finally, you know, for towards the end of the toy line and stuff, I had him leading his ninjas and so on and so forth. It was just fun stuff. Now, we're going to show you his double knee joint. It can kick all the way back. Well, sort of. His knee is kind of stuck there. That's strange. Okay, there we go. Gotta push it gently so we can get it to work. There we go. Double knee. Look at that. He's got the double knee. Now we push that back together like so. Legs spread apart like so. And so on and so forth. Except this leg don't want to spread. That's weird. Okay. That's strange. Maybe it's got something to do with the belt, the holster belt thing here for his kunais. Or something else. That looked like for his kunais. Yeah, there's 2 little spots. Let's see. Hang on a second here. I think these go in. Oh, okay, there's only 1 spot. It's the way it looks. Yeah, it's the way it looks because that's the belt loop for the holster itself. Okay, so let's see how that works. Yeah, see the kunai goes in there, just like that. Then he's got one on this side. That's where the other kunai goes. Okay. See, I'm getting this stuff. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. It takes me time. There we go. He's got his kunais in the back holsters here. That's pretty interesting. Now, for some reason... Okay, here we go. I got it. His leg needs to be a little more pried if you want to stretch him about that far out and everything. And again, hinged ball joint inside, so you gotta freaking lock it in place once you pull it down. So you pull it down just like that, then you pull it back up just like that. To do the equivalent here. Now, he does have the butterfly joint, so he can move his arm all the way back about that far and up about that far. Arm can stretch about that far up, but that's due to this embedded shoulder padding, so you can't do much with that. But it can go around 360 and so on and so forth. Elbow articulation can push up about that far and then back down again. Waist articulation in the torso, he has movement, but he can only move about yay far to they far, and then so on and so forth. Now, ab crunch, he does have an ab crunch of sorts, but not as much. So he can't really do a lot there. He can move up about that far, but he can only look down about that far. So that's not much to equivalent on that. Now, in the case of his head sculpt, due to the long draping part on the back here and stuff, he can only go about yay far. So we're going to remove his head now, show you the huge ball joint on there and stuff, and the long neck piece that they got for this. And we're going to put this head on there. Look at that. He kind of looks like a cyber ninja from Mortal Kombat than he does a Night Creeper at this point. But also, this is the head sculpt for the second version of the Night Creeper they made in the vintage toy line. Now, the head can go all the way around 360. It can look up about that far, down about that far, side to side, and so on and so forth, thanks to the ball joint. Now, we're going to pull that back out and put his other head back on to fit that right there. There you go. Now, in the case of his accessories, oh, wait a minute, we forgot. Leg swivel. He does have leg swivel, and he does have boot swivel. Now, toe articulation allows him to kick his foot only about yay far back, like so, and then up about that far. So that's about it. Okay, now, stand him up for the moment. I'm going to put you together like so. Okay, next, we're going to show you the accessories here. His weapon consists of a crossbow, which comes with a little arrow that attaches onto the crossbow, like so. Now it's a full load of arrows. And speaking of arrows, he has molded arrows on the back of his backpack here. I thought these were removable, but they are not. They are molded onto the backpack itself. Now he has slit areas here where his swords can go. So if you want him to hold one sword or whatever, he can just go like this and put that sword away, like so. That's done like that, or like that. And then the other one goes on this side like this, the same. Fits just like so. You can push it up about that and like that, or you could bring it down to that side and have the swords evened out with one another. It's a little different for this one because his blade is different on this sword. So we're going to turn that around just like so it can fit on here. There you go. Look at that. Now both swords are in place. And then you put the crossbow, has its own holster thing. So you can go like this. I think it goes on like that. Or is it attached the other way? I can attach it. No, it attaches this way. Okay, it attaches this way. Yeah, then you put it on just like that. Or sort of, I guess. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Ugh, annoying. There. Now it's holstered in there and stuff. But if you want him to hold it instead, then we'll put that in his hand instead. The one problem with these weapons is that they make the hands nice and tight for them and stuff, but they make the weapon practically like a rubber glue kind of deal. Like, you know, it wants to work with it, but it don't want to fit right with it. Just like so. Come on now. Because it's got the trigger finger, but we want that trigger finger to get into the trigger itself, but it don't want to go in there. Yeah, see, it keeps missing the finger because the trigger finger don't want to stay separate enough for it to go in. So we're going to push that up to there. like so. There we go. There we go. Got it in there. So I said it's more, they make it the hand perfect, hard plastic kind of deal and stuff, but they don't make it where the finger wants to work right with the weapon. Alright, now we got that. And we're going to switch this hand out. Again, small pegs. Be careful. Be careful when moving those small pegs. Because even though they make them long, they can break right in the middle of the frickin' pulling them out of there. Alright. Now that we got all that together, yep, the sword fell off. Okay, let's try this. Get it all on. Get it on his back here. Attach that back on there again. Get the sword back in place because it went off again. There we go. Alright. Now, let's see how he stands. Because the backpack with all this stuff on him is going to make him a little top heavy. Alright, there you go. Okay, again, this is one of those figures that cost, like the Techno Viper, costed $25.99. Now, we only paid around I think it was 14 something for it on the Black Friday sale clearance kind of deal. You gotta excuse me, I'm trying to wipe my face here. Because these hot lights I use for filming and stuff, whew, they'll make you sweat. Anyways, the thing is, this figure costed $25.99 original price and stuff. But is it worth that $25.99 to begin with? Well, in equivalencies, yes and no. I mean, again, like the Viper, like the Cobra Bat, like the Techno Viper, and so on and so forth, okay? These are all army builders. So if people want to make different ninjas and stuff, they're going to, or make it different each time or something, or make an army of these guys, they're going to spend a fortune alone just for 4 of them. $100 just for, or more, for 4 of them, okay? I mean, $25.99 times, don't ask. Math equivalencies is not with this person. Anyways, to me, it's worth around that $25.99 price, but since it's an army builder type figure, you're going to want to have that lower price for it and grab as many as you can for the lower price. Would $20, would about $5 off of it, around $20 instead be a better deal? Or would it be the better deal of getting it for when they were on Black Friday sales for the $14 and something? To me, I say, yeah, it would be the better deal to go with the cheaper price, because then you can buy as many of them as you want and probably get a nice army out of them and everything. But, however, there's also the additional head sculpt. Now, this head sculpt could make you a new Night Creeper. So basically, if you want to, you should go on eBay, see if somebody's just got the body of the Night Creeper figure, and then go from there. Anyways, time for size comparison stuff. Okay, here we go. Techno Viper. Here he is with the Techno Viper. Now, as you can see, their differences in their backpacks and stuff make them a little different in their height-wise, too. Now, the Night Creeper is a little shorter to the Techno Viper and stuff, but that's because Night Creeper footwear is ninja-based and stuff. They're not wearing boots and stuff. They're wearing their ninja-type outfits and stuff. So, the Techno Viper would be a little taller. However, in the case of the bats, we're going to show you both of them here right now. This is how they stand to the Night Creeper. They're literally different altogether. The Night Creeper is short to them. But then again, it's the same thing with the Techno Viper was. It's the equivalent size for them because these are robotic soldiers and stuff. They're not like the normal human beings and stuff. These were created by Dr. Mindbender to march on their enemy and attack, you know, at random and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, in the case of the Night Creeper, like I said, again, another army builder, but it's worth the price for $25.99 a little bit. It only comes with an additional 3 hands. Only comes with an additional 2 hands, excuse me. The chopping hand and the throwing star hand. And it comes with the additional head, which would be good for a customizing job if you want to do another type of Night Creeper that's totally different. However, he also comes with the crossbow, the backpack, the swords, the kunai. The guy comes fully loaded. So it's a hard choice to say, yeah, I would pay the $25.99, but if I want to army build these guys and get 2 or 3 or 4 of them or whatever, the cheaper price would be better. Anyways, let's hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything we got going on in 2026. There's always more on the way, including what we got going on right now is our January giveaway. If you want to be a part of it, you need to follow the 3, head over to the video first, okay? Then follow the 3 rules of the video. The first 2 are very important. 1, you need to be publicly subscribed to the channel. We will check that, okay? That's how at least 3 or 4 people got eliminated from the December giveaway and stuff because you weren't publicly subscribed to the channel. You gotta be, it works both ways. You can't just be on my channel to think you're gonna win a giveaway if you're not publicly subscribed and I can see that you're subscribed to me, okay? And number 2, I need contact information. So even if you just got an email address that you want me to contact you to, you know, after you win or something, make sure it's attached to your YouTube page, okay? It's easy to do. Just go on your YouTube page, put in there your contact information, and you're done. No ifs, no ands, no buts. If you can't follow those first 2 rules, do not enter. Okay? We're not here to play games with all of you that want to enter the giveaways and not follow the rules. Okay? It's not fair to everyone else, so you better make sure you're following the rules of the giveaway. If you can't, don't enter. Anyways, the last thing is to be entered by January the 29th, because on the 30th I collect all names that have entered the hashtag Road to 1K, and I will put them in another duck race, or I will put them on an elimination wheel. Either way you look at it, that video, we do that video on the 30th. We put it all together, film it, edit it, put it up on YouTube so it's there on the 31st at noon Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, until the next unboxing, till the next hi-yah review. Peace out. May the force be with all of you. Every last one of y'all have a safe, lovely, and beautiful week out there. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general. Be smart out there, people. Don't do stupid shit, and don't listen to stupid people that are going to get you badly hurt, or even worse, 6 feet in the ground forever, okay? Use your heads. Use those brains that are up in there. And get home safely to the people that love and care about you the most, alright? And every single chance you have, you let them know how much you love and care about them in return, alright? There are no second chances in this world anymore. Not even in this life. Use them while you got them. Alright? Don't let another minute pass you by without saying how much you love and care about the people in your life. Alright? Until then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. Please remain safe, and we'll see you all later.